We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here. Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox. The Cubbies look for their 7th straight victory. Next. Damian Ferreira gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
In now, Chris Tan. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Second, the shortstop, Nicholas Horner.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Nicholas Horner, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. And we are a long way from summer tonight, and even 40 degrees at first pitch. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Horner is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Yeah, he has the ability. What I love about this ball player, he's got such a great internal clock. It seems like it's bang bang at first every time, but the guy's out. He's got sure hands and an accurate throwing.
So now to the plate, J.C. Embry, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Maynard has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Alex Happ will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Here comes the first pitch. Derek Trejo stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
The 2-0. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the center fielder, Jesse Maynard.
Ready now, Jesse Maynard looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. First offering on its way. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
Batting third, the third baseman, Pablo.
Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball one as he lays off below the zone. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouled away. Now the 2-1 pitch. 2-2 the count. Maynard, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Henry Gonzalez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. As a look, now the pitch. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Scooped up, throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Red Sox. Still no score. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Freddie Santiago.
Freddie Santiago.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. The 1-0 delivery. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, the first of the game for the Cubs. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
At the plate, Sammy Sosa. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Throw over to first. Runner back standing. Here's the 1-0. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. Now a move over to first, and he's back standing. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. A ball that's carrying. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
At the plate now, Ryan Buckner, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Oh and 1, here it comes. Takes a pitch high and away for ball one. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Now the payoff pitch home. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Valdez onto the grass. He's there and records the first out.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
At the plate, Ben Zobrist. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First delivery to him on the way. Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, and he's had to continue to evolve and adjust as a ball player. To stay in the league that long, 15 years, I can't begin. He's on the short list. There's not many.
And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
So in now for Chicago, Sito Suzuki, runner in scoring position with two gone. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. He's set. The 0-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. Schwartz is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Leading off the inning, Lionel Voit, and they'll need him to get something going here.
The designated hitter, Lionel Voit.
First pitch on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Cold strike at the knees, 1-1. Popped him up. Buckner over to his left. One down.
Batting sixth, the catcher, Harmon Barton.
Into the box now, Harmon Barton. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
And he fouls this one off. Happ is a strikeout master on the mound. It will not be uncommon to see him reach a double-digit strikeout total when he goes out there. He uses that to his advantage in just about every start.
He sure does, Matty. And I think one of the keys for him is he gets ahead in the count early. You'll know if he's on when he gets strike one, strike two early on, and then he expands the zone, has great command of his pitches, and has a knack for making hitters chase pitches out of the strike zone.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
To the plate now, Lester Vera, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. He's got it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. At the plate, Jesse Padilla. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Hit hard on the ground to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter, Chris Tan.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Chris Tan. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. 1 out, nobody on. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
Grounded down the third baseline. And that's the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Nicholas Horner.
Now batting, Nicholas Horner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And it's fouled away. windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Oh. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
Fouled off. The 1-2 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So a nice job there by the two-hole hitter to extend the inning for the middle of the order.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box, J.C. Embry, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in there. Runners going. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the 3rd inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. Entering the day, they're among the best teams in the league in avoiding the strikeout. I asked one coach about that earlier, and he said it's not something they harp on too much with the players, but they do have a lineup full of guys who want to compete on every pitch and who have great bat-to-ball skills. He added, not every team is so lucky to have that kind of makeup. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Digging in now, Alvin Schwartz. Was an 0 for 4 effort for him in Wednesday's ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Schwartz, a 22-year-old. This is his first year at the big league level. Now here it comes. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
Now here's the pitch. And he got him.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Stepping in now, Ray Valdez. As he'll watch a curveball that bends in there under his hands at strike 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 1 home run and 5 driven in. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Stepping up to the plate, Derek Trejo. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Runner at first here, one man out. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
The 2-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. The 2-1 home. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Suzuki is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The center fielder, number 7, Jesse Maynard.
Stepping in, Jesse Maynard. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
A runner on first with 2 away. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Sent out to straightaway center field. Santiago is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Red Sox leave 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, J.C. Embry. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. And he has a cut at that one, but misses. 2-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Now the pitch. And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Freddie Santiago. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
One run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Schwartz is under it as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sammy Sosa. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Runners on first with one down. Now a throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0. Hard hit ball to second, right to him. A bare hand for one. Back to first, but he wasn't able to set his feet that time as he gets knocked down, and they only get one.
Well, he showed right there, White. He's such a tough guy to double up. He can fly, and he busted it down the line, so they just get the one out.
Digging in to try it again, Ryan Buckner. He's set, and the pitch. A ball and no strikes. One run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Runners off for second. Strike called. Now the throw down is not going to get him as he swipes second.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Again, he sends it out of play.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1 left for the Cubs, but they're on top 1-0. Digging in, Pablo Sandoval. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
The third baseman, Pablo Sandoval.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
And it's quickly 0-2.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Suzuki comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Henry Gonzalez.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Henry Gonzalez. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's another fly ball. This one's heading out to center field. Santiago is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, Lionel Voit.
Striding forward now is the DH, Lionel Voit. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Nip the corner. 2-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the DH for the Red Sox. Harmon Barton would be next. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're down 1-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. 2-0 now.
Wow, that's what a veteran hitter will do, right? Takes 2 really good pitches, both just missing the strike zone, and puts himself into a good 2-0 hitter's count.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Now here's the pitch. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Standing in, Sito Suzuki. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Standing in now, Jesse Padilla, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Strike 2.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Here it comes on 0-2. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. This is foul right side. The 1-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter, number
Boy,
8.
Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
First pitch on its way. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's going to fall. A base hit, and they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Nicholas Horner.
At the plate, Nicholas Horner, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. On its way is pitch number 75.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Ready with the 1-1. That's popped up. Schwartz in foul ground, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Barehanded for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Thank you, Heidi. So coming to the plate, Harmon Barton. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Now the 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball in off the plate.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. fouls this one off.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Into the box now, Lester Vera, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A ball and a strike.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitcher right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And there's ball 2 now.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And it's fouled away. Fouled off. Struck him out.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Number 28.
In now, Alvin Schwartz, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Down the third baseline. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Fletcher Minor takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 44, Fletcher Minor.
Now at the plate, J.C. Embry. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
0-1 the count. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Looked like he was a little over aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The center fielder, number 27, Freddie Santiago.
Now in the box, Freddie Santiago, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
1 ball, no strikes the count. One out, nobody on. A 2 ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder. Too high, and it's 3-0.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And that's finally over for a strike.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And this will find the wall now, way out deep into the triangle. The relay. But he is in there with a triple.
In most parks of the league, that would be a round tripper. I mean, he hits this thing probably more than 400 feet, but he'll have to be content with a triple. Has to feel good about the way he hit it, though.
To the plate now, Sammy Sosa. Here's his swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Stepping into the box, Ryan Buckner. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
2 out, nobody on. Count now, a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Red Sox nothing. At the plate, Ray Valdez. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
A good bend on that one as it's fouled away. Strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Stepping in now, Derek Trejo, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Scorched to third. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
As a look, now the pitch. Jesse Maynard comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. On its way is pitch number 75. Hot shot on the ground is short. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. He thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
At the plate now, Pablo Sandoval, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Good patience here from Sandoval. It's 2-0 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now the rare 2-0 pitch to Sandoval.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
The 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Sent on the ground out to second. There's 1. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. 1 left for the Red Sox. They trail it here 2-0. Digging in once again, Ben Zobrist. He hit a sac fly earlier.
The third baseman, Ben.
First pitch on its way. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. For the current campaign, Zobrist is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is pulled into right. And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
The left fielder, number 24, Ito Suzuki.
So now to the plate, Sito Suzuki, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Two and 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And this one's in the dirt. No advance here, but it's 3-1 now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Digging in and looking for more, Jesse Padilla. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
First offering on its way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
Count even now at 1-1. None out, runners at first and second. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Line to the right side. Gonzalez is there, 1 away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter, Chris Tan.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Chris Tan. First pitch on its way. Now the double steal is on here. Right fielder coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. Now the relay home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Richie McGee takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Richie McGee.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he'll get back in standing. Into the box, Nicholas Horner, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Fouled away. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
The 1-2.
At the ball.
Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
Now at the plate, J.C. Embry. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here's a look over to first. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And again a throw, and he just manages to get his hand in. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for a strike.
They teach pitchers to keep the ball down, but if you can locate upstairs like that, it really gives you the ability to mess with the eye level of the batter.
Runner's back. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Two out with the man at first. Outside, 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals to 2-2 now.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Standing in now, Freddie Santiago. And he fouls this one off. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So it's 4 runs on just 3 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Cubs 6 and the Red Sox nothing. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in the outfielder, Henry Gonzalez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First delivery to him on the way.
Oh. 1 ball, no strike.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Lionel Moist.
And now the Red Sox DH, Lionel Voit. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away, but that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
The 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Harmon Barton.
Settling in now, Harmon Barton. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope, that's away.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike one.
21.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
2 balls and a strike now. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. Full count, 3-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, when you've been out there as long as he has, you have to expect to lose a little precision in your location. He's up over 90 pitches now, so he might be starting to tire a little bit. Something to keep an eye on.
Striding in for Boston, Lester Vera. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A runner on first with 2 away. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder. Swung on, missed. 2-1.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Fastball in there, 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
2 out with the man at first. Hit high and deep out to left center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Red Sox leave 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Start of the 8th on its way, but first Heidi Watney standing by with this report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they've done a nice job of keeping their swings inside the strike zone and not chasing after pitches they can't do much with. The numbers say their chase rate in this game is under 25%. And with a bunch of runs on the board right now, that could be a big reason why.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The right fielder,
Into the box, Sammy Sosa earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And it's fouled away. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Great job to lay off that pitch after fouling off so many previous to it. I got to believe that pitchers certainly get frustrated in these types of at-bats.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
The next 3-2. Here's a pop-up now. Schwartz is there for it. 1 out.
The first baseman,
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Striding in once again, Ryan Buckner. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Maynard is there. 2 gone.
now batting, third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Coming to the plate now, Ben Zobrist. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball. 1 ball.
2 out, nobody on. And he misses. 2-1.
2-1.
Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Here now the 2-2. That's popped up. In there, a base hit.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those lawn darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
To the plate now, Sito Suzuki. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. pulls this one in the air out to left. Vera is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Cubs strand one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Billy Palmer is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 25, Billy Palmer.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And here comes the first baseman, Alvin Schwartz.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Stepping in now, Ray Valdez.
Line drive snagged on a short hop.
And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Derek Trejo. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good tailing action there. It's 1-1.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. We played 8 full. It's the Cubs 6 and the Red Sox nothing.
Adrian Almanzar enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close a game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Jesse Padilla is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box. Here's the 1-1. Almanzar, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Chris Tan, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Fouled off. Another 2-2 offering. Liner towards second. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging bunt infield single right there for his third knock of the game, D-Row?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his third knock of the game, that's awesome.
Nicholas Horner is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Throw over to the bag, just keeping him close. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
Fouled away. Runners on first with 1 down. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. He's set, now the pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2, and he fouls this one off.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Now batting, second base.
Ready to take his hacks again, J.C. Embry, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he can hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They lead it 6-0. Next up for the Red Sox, Jesse Maynard. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. First offering on its way.
Strike. Woo. No ball. 1 strike.
The windup and the 0-1. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. There's the Panda on deck. He'll bat next. Full count still. The next 3-2. smoked on the ground left side.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game.
Now
That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
At the plate, Pablo Sandoval. No balls and a strike to count. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here now the 2-2. Gets him looking up around the letters. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Into the box, Henry Gonzalez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set with the 0-1.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. On the ground to the right side. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Little enters from the bullpen, hoping to get the final 2 outs and put this one into the win column.
Little.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Lionel Voit. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First delivery to him on the way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. First and second now, 1 man out. 1-1 the count now. And he takes a called strike 2. The 1-2.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Harmon Barton is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. Last strike now for the Red Sox. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Just foul. 2 men are on with 2 men out. 1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. A swing and a ground ball to third. There to play it is Zobrist. Throw on to first. He'll be in time to get him. And the Cubs continue the roll they've been on. 7 straight victories now as this ball game is over.
Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. Winners of an amazing 7 games in a row. They say to never question the streak, and these guys aren't. They're just enjoying this ride.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. Chicago took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Alex Happ earns his first win of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.